podcast. Plan for the future, but this
Thinking sideways.
I don't understand.
Does not compute.
Of the world, dream of world peace. The one titled In Peace and Harmony with Nature shows sad children over the destruction of the environment and extinction of life. A huge fire burns behind them. Animals are dead and in glass cases. And, oh yeah, there's 3 dead women in coffins at the bottom of the mural. I think one of them is even like a little girl.
I think you're right.
The pairing of this, the second pane, I guess, of it, is a bunch of kids in traditional outfits crowded joyfully around some kind of rainbow plant thing with animals and healthy landscapes behind them. The children of the world dream of world peace, redundant, is the one that lots of people kind of point to. It's the one that's pretty awful. And the first panel is a soldier in a gas mask. He's often described as a Nazi soldier. There's no actual
He looks like he could be a
anything.
Russian too, you know, who knows.
Yeah.
You can't,
Wearing
it's
a
literally
gray-
just
wearing a
gas
gray
mask
overcoat,
face.
yeah.
He's got a gun in one hand and a sword in the other. He's slicing a dove open, and it looks like there's a concentration camp kind of in the background. The artist often points out that there are sleeping children in the rubble, so it makes it okay, but they actually kind of just look dead, not sleeping.
I've never figured out how that was supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah. The second half, or second pane of this one, is kids from countries around the world in pairings traditionally signifying tensions. That is, an American kid and a Russian kid, or a Palestinian kid and an Israeli kid, carrying weapons wrapped in their respective flags to be broken in half by a blonde, super Aryan-looking kid
Yeah.
over the crippled body of the soldier from the previous pane.
Crippled, he looks to me like he's dead.
Yeah.
I think he's a statue that's been knocked,
Knocked over.
because the feet look like they're broken and locked in one place and the body is down in another.
Yeah.
I think it was a statue, kind of.
Yeah. So I think that the quote-unquote happier versions of these are still really, really weird.
Yeah.
Still have a lot of really weird symbolism in them. And I guess really the big question is, though I kind of appreciate the artistry and I think that I kind of understand what the artist is trying to do, I just think the Denver airport is a real weird place for them.
Well,
and for somebody to be trying to make that strong of a statement.
This is actually easily explained by 3 words. Publicly funded art.
Yeah.
I can actually explain it in one word.
Yeah.
What?
Procrastination.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
what it was?
I'm pretty sure those look like they're oil paintings to me.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's the artist in question. They said, here's my reasoning and yada, yada, yada. And they did a great sales job and everybody said, yes, we'll put those up. But I'm really pretty sure that they got pitched one idea and they could never make it happen. But they just happened to have a bunch of canvases sitting around and either they had already done those artworks that were just completely harebrained or oh, crap. I'm just going to start painting something and see what happens, and it comes out super duper dark, and I don't have time to fix this.
Yeah,
this is for children in world peace. I've read the artist descriptions. And I don't buy any of it.
No, not really. But I think really the culprit here is the baggage system. There was only like about $50 left over in the budget for our art, and so they had to get some graffiti artist off the street and say, hey, it's got to look like not quite like graffiti. Can you do something? And that's what they got.
But that's not the only bit of weird art there, though.
Oh, I see Steve's notebook out.
Yes, as always. Do you guys remember, and anybody who's been through the baggage claim area will know this, the gargoyles?
Yeah. The weirdest thing, I was about to use a different word, sorry. The weirdest thing ever, especially to get off a flight at midnight after having been moving all day. and walking to baggage claim and having that be the very first thing you really see of Denver Airport.
I know, I love it.
For anybody who hasn't been to Denver Airport, there are 2 gargoyles in the baggage claim area, and it is kind of the old school Samsonite luggage, and then a gargoyle is sticking out of it, and they're goofy, weird, creepy looking because they're gargoyles. But people also, all kinds of things are attributed to why those gargoyles are there.
Mm-hmm.
I did a little research.
Awesome. I can tell you also, I guess to add to it, they are uplit.
Yeah.
Which anybody who knows anything about lighting,
Looks a little creepy.
It's really creepy.
You know, they really should have made them animatronic, so they did. So if you're there like late at night and the lights are a little dim and there's not a lot of people, and suddenly you hear this noise and you look up and that thing is starting to it's like
slowly
moving its wings like this, you know. And
all they had to do is put weird moving red eyes.
Well,
that's all they had to do.
Well, they blew the eye budget on the horse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, but imagine if you're down there and like you're just sort of there's only a few people there, and it starts to move its wings a little bit, and then its head swivels around, and it turns its beady red eyes on you. What would you do?
I would run.
Yeah, me too.
I would run fast.
I would figure it was an animatronic and be eaten alive by the real gargoyle.
Yeah. Anyway, back to your thing.
Well, no. So gargoyles, anybody who's looked at architectural history have been around forever, and gargoyles were initially. They're a symbol of protection for buildings and people. So I'm pretty sure
But when they're on the outside, don't they have to be on the outside?
No. They're on the outside because gargoyles were on the outside because they were used as a drainage system for the roofs.
Yeah, they were decorative.
Yeah, they were a decorative way. So you've got all the drainage coming off the roof, and it hits a pipe, and it shoots way out over the building. And the name gargoyle comes from the sound that water makes when it runs through that mouth opening pipe of
The gurgling sound.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it. But gargoyles are a symbol of protection. There's nothing nefarious or disturbing. I mean, if you ever watched well, I know Joe didn't, but you might have watched that cartoon Gargoyles back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, see, they were protectors. They were
yes.
good gargoyles.
Well, they're just like Pazuzu. Pazuzu, you ungrateful gargoyle. I put you through college, and this is how you repay me?
But no, gargoyles are a thing of protection.
Okay.
So I think that's where that came from.
I think that actually they put them in the baggage claim area so that they would sort of intimidate people and people wouldn't try to steal other people's baggage.
There's another thing that was in the baggage claim, just as a side note, that I've never seen anywhere else. I'm sure it exists other places, but their oversized baggage claim, I don't know if you guys noticed this when you went through Denver. They're really just like big vertical stalls that go around on a conveyor belt in a horizontal manner. So it's like you could literally like step in one of those as
and
a
then
human
go into
being.
the backside.
They're actually perfectly human sized, and it just goes around. And my first thought was really just like it kind of looked like a human vending machine.
I like it.
It did. I mean, they were perfectly human sized. It was very odd.
You didn't get on the hop on?
I did not.
No.
She did not want to be in the
no.
human vending machine.
No.
I don't blame you.
No. Yeah. But I guess speaking of art, it's kind of art. This next thing we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
The markings on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of like inlay, right?
Okay. What does AUAG mean? This is gold and silver?
AUG.
Yeah.
No. AU and then AG, right?
Yeah.
Two separate, right? Gold and silver, two minerals traditionally found in Colorado, source of the state's history.
AU stands for gold and AG stands for silver, right?
Yeah. What if I told you that it also stands for Australia antigen, AUAG, which is a weaponized strain of hepatitis B?
Well,
Also that it's engraved or inlaid in the floor at the Denver airport?
So you're saying that like it's like a hepatitis B center?
Weaponized hepatitis B.
Yeah. I like it.
Did you guys also know that the person who discovered this weaponized hepatitis B, he was the sponsor of the Denver airport? Did you know that?
No.
Did you know that? Steve, did you know that?
Didn't know that.
I'm just going to continue
I've heard that.
blinking.
Okay, well that's not true. None of that's true.
Of course not. Yeah.
But you will read that everywhere. Well, except for the gold and silver bread. That stuff's true.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, the good news is the actual marker for this strain of hepatitis B is actually HBS AG, not AUAG. And I think Steve did some research on this, but it's an antigen,
Yeah.
which I had always understood, and Steve corroborated, is actually what your body produces to fight the thing,
Exactly.
right?
Uses to create an immune reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So-
it's,
To create antibodies, which means
I'm not
it's
totally
inoculation.
sure. Yeah,
so
not
it's
sure
actually
how.
a lot more benevolent than these people make it sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, also, the man in question who discovered this strain of hepatitis B, he happens to be Nobel laureate Baruch Samuel Bloomberg, who has literally no link whatsoever to Denver, the Denver airport.
He'd like you to think.
He was also not wildly rich. He certainly wasn't wildly rich enough to sponsor an entire airport to himself.
I usually leave that stuff to the city in question and maybe the airlines.
Yeah. So, also that brick with AUAG on it. Guess what's right over it?
Or surrounding it.
Yeah.
Are there bricks?
It's it's a mining cart right over it, and then
Yeah.
it's capital A, lowercase u, and then lots of spaces, and then capital A, or lowercase g, and there's lots of other bricks all around it, mostly
Tiles.
Tiles, I guess. Yeah, tiles.
Because it's a stone floor, right?
They're big. Yeah, they're big stones. Yeah, so they are tiles. You're right. That's probably a better word for them. But most of them are Native American symbols or words or things like that. You will see other places people talking about the alien writing that's written all over
Yeah.
the floor. Those are literally all Indian words. They are. They just
Yeah.
are Native American words. Okay, but
I
then
hate people.
But then the question arises, but why is this one right in front of the mural with the death Nazi on it? Well, it's not. It's not even close. It's not
Nah.
even like adjacent.
Actually,
Wait. They're saying this is in front of the mural that's got the guy with the
Yeah,
sword.
yeah.
Okay.
They've clearly never been there.
from the Dan Brown book, Da Vinci Code. Yeah, I'm sure he could figure this out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It'd take him like 12 hours. He'd have a crazy chase through the tunnels, and
Yeah.
Oy. Okay, what else? What other fun do we have here?
Next thing is we're going to talk about the dedication marker next, also often referred to as the capstone.
That thing just looks to me like something to trip over.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's I guess to be fair, it's a hard thing to ignore.
It's what lights people's hair on fire.
It sure does. And I think
First,
with
there's
some
some
good
valid
reason.
reasons, I'll admit. But
it's kind of like a sundial a little bit, the capstone. It's a capstone and then it has a big kind of rod sticking out of it a little bit. It's not a circle. The capstone is, like a keystone. That's what
Looks
it looks
like it actually looks like the big heavy thing on top of a tomb. Mm-hmm. The big heavy stone on top of a tomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, just makes you think
like
dead
a big
body.
headstone.
Yeah, it's dead body down there.
Well, so it not only informs the public of the details of the project, kind of, but also it marks the spot of a time capsule that's meant to be opened in 2094. The contents of the capsule include lots of things, the kind of things you would put in a time capsule. Photos of notable places in Denver around the 1990s, memorabilia from the old Denver airport, Colorado flags, newspapers, a credit card for some reason.
because those were awesome.
I suppose they're going to be gone by the time 2090. But
It's just one credit card. I don't know why. I don't know what's going
that's
on.
interesting. I wonder if
Well,
it's got
that
any.
card has not been reported lost or stolen yet.
Yet. It also includes some programs from all of the New World Airport Commission's events.
This is just one exciting time capsule. I gotta tell
Yeah, it really is.
you. I can't wait to open this one up.
Yeah, well, actually, you may be wondering, you at home, there may have been some words in there that kind of piqued your interest.
Like
the New World Airport Commission.
Oh, I thought you were talking about credit card.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But you may be wondering what that is, and to be honest, me too. I couldn't find anything that wasn't outright conspiracy theories on the organization online, and I know Steve is giving me the look, which means he found some stuff, which is fine. When you Google New World Airport Commission, it either comes up with Denver Airport or, oh my god, these people are going to take over the world!
And reduce the population to 2 million and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
It's not the New World Order,
No,
but
it's
it
the
is
New World
suspiciously
Airport.
close to the New World Order.
Yeah, the New World Airport.
So this capstone also has names of the mayor, governor, and secretary of transportation at the time on it, the notice of the time capsule, then also the Masonic Freemason symbol.
Yeah.
Also engraved on it are, quote, the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge F and AM of Colorado and jurisdiction, and then, quote, the most worshipful Grand Lodge of AD and AM of Colorado. It also then below says that the airport was funded by the New World Airport, the New World Airport Commission. And again, it's not an official thing, and that lights a lot of people on fire. Is the term I guess we're using right now. But listed under it are contributors, which are an architecture firm, a metal company, and an aeronautics company. And even if, before I let Steve, because he's like chomping at the bit right now, before I let him go
Freaking
for
out,
it,
man.
even if these are just 3 innocent sponsors who formed a commission called the New World Airport Commission, come on, guys, like pick a better name. Like pick a less suspicious name, though.
Terrible name.
Like, why would
Yeah,
would that be the thing that you pick?
But the thing is like the whole New World Order thing hadn't really blossomed that much. I mean, this was like the New World Order didn't come into being until a speech was given by George H.W. Bush, the first
Yeah.
Bush, in what I think the very early 90s.
Yeah.
After the fall of the Soviet Union, we were looking at a whole different world order because the Soviets were gone.
And when did the airport open? It opened in
1995, correct?
Yeah.
95. So
95.
this is after that speech.
No, it is, but the construction on the airport began before that speech.
Right, but it wasn't like a registered LLC or anything. That was just the name they gave
it was a bunch of
themselves.
business guys who
Exactly.
got together
Right.
and said, we're going to help sponsor this. This is the new, for the area, World Airport.
Exactly. It's not New World, it's New World Airport because
Yes,
it's an international airport.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is like he gives his speech and he talks about, well, it's a new world order because, golly, it's not a bipolar world and all that stuff. The Cold War is over. And of course, the conspiracy in that case is, and the paranoids go nuts with this and start running with it. But do you really expect a bunch of middle-aged businessmen to be up on that stuff and to be paying attention to that stuff?
No.
No.
That's true. It just seems like maybe saying like New International Airport
Or
Commission.